Hi, here is a quick demonstration of our IRL and gap analysis feature. So when you're doing legal due diligence, obviously you want to know which documents are in your data room, and you typically set up an information request list or IRL. Our platform also supports these IRLs. So if you go to the IRL and gap analysis page, you will see that by default we have our own IRL in here. You can easily filter based on the required documents, the documents that are incomplete, so the documents that are required but not in the data room, and even the custom documents that you might have added. In this case, what we will do is, instead of starting from the IRL that we have, we will start working from an IRL from another data room. Let's take this data room, for example. Once we have imported this IRL, you will see that some documents are, different documents are required. In this case, the org chart is required, but it is not there. There are no documents found for this type. Let's look at all the required documents. So commercial policies are required, employment agreements are required, and you will see here there are 4 documents present. You can easily add your own document types if you want to. Just click on this button, select an area, corporation, finance, and so on, and then give a name for the document type. In the description, you can just describe what the document type should be. If you're creating a description, just imagine that you're explaining it to a young, inexperienced intern. Define what the document type is about and describe what can typically be found in this type of document. That will help the system easily detect these document types. Just click create once you're done, and the algorithm will start looking for these documents in your data room. What you can obviously do is, let's say this org chart is required, you can simply just remove it from the IRL and say, okay, this is no longer required. If you want to go back and add it later, just go to all documents, click the org chart or another document and just say add to IRL. And from now on, this document is added to the IRL and is now considered required. Let's go to the document types that we have found. For example, the employment agreements. So in this case, we have 4 documents. From these documents, we also extract a bunch of properties. For example, for employees, we extract the job title, the responsibilities, compensation, and so on. In this case, there are 20 properties. If you want to add more, you can simply click Add Property. Again, you just define the name of this property. For an employee, it can be, for example, the start date. And then in the description, again, do the same as before. Imagine that you're explaining it to a young, inexperienced intern. Just define what the property is about and where it can typically be found in the document. Once you're done, click create, and again we will look through all employment agreements in your data room and extract this property from it, and we will show it in the matrix. Alright, this was a short overview on how to use the information request list and gap analysis feature in Emma.